Nado is horrible. Rating 0 stars out of 5. Hey guys, welcome back to another nerd tip, and I am I just watched Sharknado, and oh yeah, did I mention this is a nerd tip? I'm sorry. This is the third nerd tip I've done, and I have not done it in a very long time. So yeah, and I really do actually want to continue doing these nerd tips because I have a really fun time doing them, and I don't care if you copy me. Go ahead, do some nerd tips on your channel. How about that? So anyway, Sharknado was horrible. I hate it, and I never want to see that again. I need to bleach my eyes. The effects were so cartoony. It was so stupid. There were so many mess-ups. I don't even want to talk about it. It was worse than a Michael Bay movie. Worse than a Michael Bay movie. Let's talk about that. So yeah, there are two references to Jaws. In Jaws, Quince, he says, 6 men went in the water, 1 little girl came out. And in Sharknado, the girl Nova, I don't know if that's her name, Nova, I can't remember. When they're making bombs with, I can't remember this guy's name, I can't remember his name, but he sees these scars on the girl's leg. And he says, he lifts up his shirt and he says, I got a scar going down my slide, and people thought it was cool, and she thought it was cool, and don't know why, but I think she found it kind of attracting to him, and it was kind of awkward. Yeah, like you said. But anyway, don't talk anymore. Don't talk anymore. Okay, anyway. So yeah, she says that she went fishing with her grandpa, and then she's telling how she got the scars. And she says, I went fishing with my grandpa, and I fell out of the boat, and my grandpa put a life float. You're getting in the video. Yeah. She put a life float on around her, and she couldn't swim at the time because she was like 7 years old, is what she said. And the grandpa had was bleeding, and a swarm of sharks just came around. Oh, there are spoilers in this, and I am so sorry I did not mention that. Sorry about that. I'll probably put an annotation in the future up on the video, maybe about right here. In the past, there will be an annotation right here in the past. Anyway, yeah, in the future, there will be an annotation right here in the past. So yeah, and then she says that when she woke up, her grandpa was gone, and he died, sadly. And so yeah, she started to swim around for a few days, and then the rescue chopper came. 6 men went in the water. 1 little girl came out. How freaky is that? That is a reference to Jaws. Now, I did not find this. My mom did. And I am ashamed to say that because usually I'm the one who finds all these Easter eggs. But I am ashamed. I am a legend. I don't matter anymore. I don't matter. Anyway.
So sad.
Really? Anyway. Now, the second reference that I saw is in Jaws, the leader of the pack, I'm going to say it, I don't know, I'm going to be the laughing stock of YouTube. This one guy, he looks at the shark, he looks back at his friend, and then he looks at his other friend and says, we're going to need a bigger boat. And in Sharknado, Nova looks at her friend, and then she looks at the Sharknado, and then she says, we're going to need a bigger chopper, and I do this a lot, and yeah. References. Yes. So yeah. And while we're on the topic of Sharknado, let's talk about the special effects. Post in the comments how you feel about Sharknado. If you'd like it, if you don't, I don't judge. Haters gonna hate. Anyway, and by the way, how do you like my new setup? Hey, let me move you where you can see my Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I got that the creeper gonna creep. Anyway, so yeah, there was this one part in the movie where they need to get out of their car because it's about to explode. It has flooded with gas, and it's about to reach their motor or battery or whatever makes it explode. I don't know. Anyway, so they get out of the car. They're running. This woman is way behind. She was so far behind. She was gonna die. But then in the next scene, she's like way far from the car. So, movie mistake. And then the car explodes, and it should have been a bigger explosion. And yeah, so the car explodes. And yeah, that's bad special effects when that explosion came. It looked like a cartoon was in front of my face, like YouTube special effects, like PewDiePie special effects. When he puts in those stuff in the video, that duck in the video, it looked like that kind of special effects. And yeah, so bad movie mistake. And in one of the scenes when the guy got sucked up by the tornado, he looked like he was shrinking when he was going into the tornado when he was in that building. Like, they were starting to hear the creak in the ceiling, and he was walking up. Sorry about that. My sister just bumped my table that I have you on.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. And he goes up like an idiot, and he's like, "What's that? Is that another Sharknado?" And then he just gets pulled into the tornado, and it looks like a cartoon again. And while that's happening, the tornado is still going on, aka Sharknado. And the girl's hair is not moving. One single strand of hair is not moving. Movie mistake. And then they get outside, and that tornado ripped everything apart. But when they get outside, there is one helicopter. Everything should have been ripped up. That helicopter should have been out of that movie. But it was there. It was just sitting there like, I'm a boss. I survived a Sharknado. That was an F5. That helicopter was a boss helicopter if it survived that. I mean, come on. Anyone? Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. And then, there was one scene in the movie where this guy, he was like out of his car, and he said, "Woo, my mother always said Hollywood was going to kill me," and this is kind of a corny joke. Half of the Hollywood sign falls on him, and this small spurt of blood comes out, and it hits the sign, and he just disappears out of thin air. Like, his body isn't even laying there. Ooh. I mean, he would have, the way that it fell on him, his body would have fell over, and you could, like, see his arms and head sticking out, and he would have got squished. His, like, you could only see his, like, his neck and his arms going out like this, and he would have been squashed, but you couldn't see any part of his body when he got squashed. Movie mistake? Well, and there's one part of the movie where they're driving in a 2-lane road, and then it cuts to the next scene. They're, like, in a 3-lane road, and then it cuts to the next scene. They're at a 4-way stop sign, and in that last scene, they were nowhere close to being at a stop sign. Like, it was weird. And when that one guy, I can't remember his name, he's going down in a helicopter, and for some random reason, he falls. It shows that he's falling on concrete. Not gonna understand that. And then it shows a random wheat field, and then it shows him landing on an ice, ice. Like, when water is frozen, it gets on ice. It landed on that. And then when it cut to the next scene with that guy saving him, he was on concrete again. So, movie mistake. Movie mistake. And then he gets eaten by a shark, the one guy that saved him. He just jumps into the shark. Like, there was nothing there. He's like, whoa! Jumps into the shark. And he is like a boss. And he grabs his chainsaw and he cuts out of that shark's stomach like Hercules. And then, for some reason, he pulls Nova out of the shark, and yeah. He pulls Nova out of the shark, and Nova was eaten by a shark, but you could obviously tell that that shark was just chomping on her face. Cheekbones that are obviously fake. Anyway. And then he just pulls her out perfectly fine. Just a little bit of blood on him. And then she spurts out shark bio. Blah. And then he gives her mouth-to-mouth CPR. Why? She was a shark. She should have been dead. She was chewed up. You actually think you're going to save somebody that just came out of a shark's stomach, and you're going to give them CPR, and they're obviously almost dead? Really? 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 Worse than a Michael Bay movie. Worse than a Michael Bay movie. Well, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe today to become a legend. If you love this video, hug it, kiss it with all your might. And I will see you later, legends. Goodbye.